YouTube? It's your boy again, Chris, here back with some more Chris Wrestling Views. Today, you guys, I'm going to be doing the WWE Raw review. You guys, Raw just recently went off air about 5 minutes ago. On my time, it's 11:06 p.m. Here my time, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to let you know what basically happened from the beginning of the show till the end. And I'll just give y'all, I'll just do like a rundown of some highlights of what happened during the show. So the first part of the show, you guys, The Miz comes out, and he doesn't come with Morrison, so Morrison probably took the night off. He opens up Miz TV with his special guest, no other than the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. And The Miz was talking about the Elimination Chamber to Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre said if he keep on talking, then, he's going to, shut him up. So Drew McIntyre tells Miz to shut the hell up, but apparently he didn't listen. So Drew McIntyre hits The Miz with a Glasgow kiss. And then after that, Miz gets back up after Drew McIntyre walks away and said he's putting everyone on notice that's in the Elimination Chamber, including the winner of the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. He said he's gonna remove himself from the Elimination Chamber. So I'm gonna also let you guys know what happened later on and who took The Miz's place for that spot at the Elimination Chamber. So the show goes on commercial, comes back on. The Hurt Business, Shelton. The Hurt Business and the people were Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and MVP versus Lindsay Dorado and Grandmaster Elite, the Lucha House Party, and Matt Riddle in a 6-man tag team match. Everyone toward the end, everyone was hitting each other with their signature moves. Riddle knees MVP and pins him 1, 2, 3, and then Riddle and Lindsay were leaving, and then Bobby Lashley, attacked all of them, and in a surprise fashion, and so basically Lashley applied the Hurt Lock on Riddle. And he did it basically like he has always been doing it, weeks and weeks, as he keeps on attacking, Matt Riddle and trying to keep Matt Riddle down. But Matt Riddle is keep on fighting back. So after then, we see Miz backstage, was talking to Adam Pearce, saying, "I know a suitable replacement, for, The Miz himself not being in the Elimination Chamber." And he said that John Morrison should take his place, because John Morrison, of course, they also noted that he was a former WWE, a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion, which he honestly does deserve it, honestly, in my opinion, and all that good stuff. But let me get back to my rating on that Hurt Business versus Lindsay Dorado and Riddle. I have to give that rating a 3. The match could have been better, but it was lengthy, so I gave it a rating of a 3 out of 5 stars. So backstage, Bad Bunny, was talking to Mandy Rose, and then Mandy Rose walks away because Mandy Rose was basically telling Bad Bunny that she had bought one of his shirts, and so on and so forth. And then Damian Priest comes up and talks, and then you hear something fall, and there's R-Truth. R-Truth is basically out, basically running, and then you see Tozawa pinning R-Truth, and then Tozawa was about to run away, and then he had his back toward Damian Priest, and Damian Priest grabs Tozawa and throws him into one of the little carts that's in the back. And then Bad Bunny ends up winning the 24/7 title. So congratulations to Bad Bunny on winning a WWE, basically say a title. So also we seen Kofi Kingston and Woods backstage saying, saying how Kofi should be, by him being in the spot, um, you know, but then again, Miz, he was like, no, John Morrison is a former ECW World Champion, and so Adam Pearce comes up with a plan. John Morrison, I'm not John Morrison. The Miz versus Kofi Kingston. If the Miz wins, then John Morrison is in the Elimination Chamber. If Kofi wins, Kofi is in. So that match happened later on during the show. The second match they had, you guys, was Charlotte and Auska versus Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. But this was kind of a little twist. I know most of you guys out there saying, that Lacey Evans wasn't pregnant or anything, but let me give you some information over that. Is Lacey Evans is truly pregnant, and it's not by Ric Flair. Ric Flair is just the on-screen father figure on that, but in real life she is definitely having a second child. Her first child she had was the little girl that was brought out when Lacey Evans was feuding with Sasha Banks at the time, you guys. So yeah, she's on her second one. So WWE kind of threw a match in where it was going to be Lacey Evans versus Auska for the WWE Raw Women's Championship at the Elimination Chamber, but they're gonna have to, do something different with that. They will have Alexa Bliss fight Auska for the Raw Women's Championship, but we'll see what WWE would do on Sunday. They didn't make any efforts during the show to try to make any changes, because actually WWE was noticed at the last minute, like before the show even came on, that that she was pregnant. So that's why she also didn't wrestle tonight. So WWE basically threw out the tag team match with Charlotte and Auska versus Peyton and Lacey Evans. So backstage, Sheamus was saying, he will beat everyone in Elimination Chamber, and that he's gonna sit back in his pod and just watch everyone beat the holy crap out of each other. And then he's gonna come in and bro kick whoever else, and that was backstage. But with the going back with that Lacey Evans match thing, can't really give a rating on it. But if I had to just give a random rating, I'll give it a 2. Then they had the Kofi Kingston versus Miz match. That match actually happened. So Kofi Kingston won fair and square, no help from Xavier Woods or anything, and ends up hitting the Trouble in Paradise on the Miz for the win. And so Kofi Kingston has replaced the Miz inside of the WWE Elimination Chamber. Alright, so I have to give that match a 2 as well. Could have been better, but you already knew what was going to happen. And those two stars are incredible superstars, especially the Miz and Kofi. Well, both of them, I should say. Alright, so the fourth match they had on Raw tonight was Lana versus Shayna Basler. Shayna Basler ends up winning by the Karafuda clutch on Lana and picking up the victory. And I have to give that a 2.2 because with Shayna Basler in there, it's already domination, you guys. Then there was a little thing where Alexa Bliss said that, she had like the Fiend ashes inside of a jar, and was basically saying that he will, return in a form of something. I can't really remember, you guys, but in the form of something. So the Fiend will be back pretty soon, you guys. I'm ready to see what kind of what kind of thing would he use, like new gimmick, new mask, new whatever. But we'll definitely see. All right, so Braun Strowman returns to Raw. Was seen backstage and was asking Adam Pearce why isn't he not in the Elimination Chamber match. and it tells Adam to let Shane know that if he don't make it right, then you know, the place is gonna get real ugly. So, you know, Braun Strowman, he's not like the guy that you used to see. He has definitely changed a little bit, and hopefully sometime later down the line he would, you know, get back stronger and all that good stuff. But so yeah, going back with Shayna Basler and Lana, Shayna Basler, she definitely has a lot going for herself. She's definitely WWE Raw Women's Championship material, and she's a pretty cool wrestler. So then right here at the end they had the Elimination Chamber Gauntlet match. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that, and this is basically the main event, you guys, of the of the show. All right, so first they had so whoever wins this match will be the last person entering the Elimination Chamber. So it was AJ Styles first versus Kofi. AJ Styles win, you know, fair and square by the phenomenal forearm on Kofi Kingston. I have to give that a 1.1 because, you know, AJ Styles is phenomenal. The second match they had was AJ Styles again versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre ends up defeating AJ Styles. Number 3 was Jeff Hardy versus McIntyre, and McIntyre hits the Claymore on Jeff Hardy for the pinfall. Then there was Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, and out of nowhere Alexa Bliss comes and you can hear her laughing with all her faces all on all the little screens, you guys, and ends up Randy Orton being counted out the match. The fifth but final thing you got was Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. That was a pretty great match. I had to give that match a 5-star thing because, you know, I mean, even though the match was long, but you know, those superstars are awesome. And Sheamus, yeah, like I said, Sheamus versus Drew. Sheamus ends up winning by hitting the brogue kick, you know, on Drew McIntyre for the win. So he done pinned the WWE champion. Thank you all for listening to Chris Wrestling Video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell, and click all so you won't miss any of my videos. Make sure y'all subscribe and leave comment down below in the comment section. Thank you all for tuning in to Chris Wrestling Views. Remember, you guys, I will be doing my WWE Elimination Chamber video on Thursday, so make sure you stay tuned for that, you guys. And also go back and listen to my Raw preview and, you know, see what I had to say about that. I really thank y'all for all the support and all the great things that y'all do here on my channel. Like I said, make sure you get somebody to make sure you get others to subscribe and comment, and things on Chris Wrestling Views will be better and better and better each time. Thank you for watching Chris Wrestling Views once again here on YouTube.com.